Good evening, everybody. I'm here to quickly talk about field artillery counterfire and weapons locating radar operations, dated October 2021. This is Army Technical Publication 3Tech09.12. Now, before I kind of get into what we're going to talk about with core counterfire operations, I will be drinking water. I'm way too lazy to edit videos, so you're going to get them raw straight from my studio. 3, I might take a little smoke break here and there as I kind of discuss things, so that way you feel more comfortable with me and see how I kind of do business. It's my first time doing this, so let's just kind of rock it and kind of go into it. So going to some of the bottom pages, we're going to skip to page 1 Tech 5. Now, the counterfire is fire intended to destroy or neutralize enemy weapons, according to Joint Publication 3 Tag 09. Counterfire provides freedom of maneuver by destroying or neutralizing the enemy indirect fire capabilities. Counterfire can be accomplished by using different fire support assets to include joint fires. Joint fires are fires delivered during the employment of forces from two or more components in coordinated action to produce desired effects in support of a common objective, according to Joint Publication 3 Tag 0. Counterfire must be synchronized and integrated with the current and future scheme maneuver. Counterfire contributes by providing fires against the enemy. Integrated fire is complex, but counterfire protects friendly forces, combat functions, and facilities from the enemy indirect fires by targeting enemy weapons, target acquisition assets, C2 facilities, communications, and logistics sites. And I'll kind of provide examples of all these different things at the very end of our quick discussion. The counterfire battle is not a separate battle, but one aspect of the overall combined arms fight. Counterfire gains freedom maneuver for all friendly forces. Counterfire is inseparably tied to current and future operations as part of the overall combined arms fight to achieve fire superiority. Now, in a large scale combat operations, or LISCO, the Corps commander is responsible for counterfire throughout the depth of the Corps area of operations, or AO. The commander determines the best way to protect the core combat forces and to defeat, delay, or disrupt the threat array. This estimate or analysis includes an assessment of the counterfire capabilities of the Corps and its subordinate divisions. Now, for more information on kind of core operations, you have to go reference Army Technical Publication 3 Tech 92. Now, the Corps commander counterfire responsibilities include kind of the following, and I'll kind of quickly hit on these. Segmenting the battlefield by delineating maneuver boundaries and assigning area of operations for the corps and its subordinate divisions. So during a large-scale combat operations, the corps commander will kind of divide up different lanes or avenues of approach, or different lanes for each of his divisions and stuff like that. So you'll kind of have like, hey, on the left flank it's going to be Division 1, in the middle is going to be Division 2, and then on the right hand side is going to be Division 3, and they all kind of have that little lane to kind of play around in and kind of do their fight while meeting the Corps commander's objectives. So the second bullet says assign missions and responsibilities and specific task requirements to intelligence assets through the Corps intelligence officer. He has to allocate the necessary resources so that way the divisions can be successful. Request additional target acquisition and attack delivery systems from the theater or joint task forces or from adjacent joint headquarters. Detecting and attacking. And finally, assessing. So the Corps commander must assess the protection of his combat units and the effects of counterfire against threat fire support systems. Now you're probably asking, what is a fire support system? Fire support systems are anything that is long range. So yeah, like the ballistic missiles. I would say one-way attack drones are fire support systems. You know, you have HIMARS, cannons, and things like that. Now we're going to kind of skip down and go towards page 1, tag 6, and kind of discuss proactive counterfire and targeting. So proactive counterfire is a specific targeting of enemy indirect fire systems, including their C2 sensors, logistics, before they engage friendly forces. So what this means is everything left of launch from a enemy fire support asset. So we, the United States or your friendly forces, want to target everything that supports those weapon systems left of launch. So refueling points, logistics node, mechanics, ammunition supply, of course, the weapon system target acquisitions, and of course, command and control nodes such as fire direction centers and things like that. Now, it kind of gives us some examples of some of these. So, like cannon, rockets, prepared launch sites, artillery ammunition storage facilities, fire direction centers, forward observers, fixed or rotary wing airfields, and of course, fire support communication infrastructure. So, like Starlink, SATCOM, beyond line of sight, um, things like that. So, what's really interesting about proactive counterfire is we see it actually right now with the war with Iran and stuff like that. So as you notice, CENTCOM, based on unclassified sources and what I've seen from the news and live videos from Instagram, you actually get to see this live in a weird way. You have to kind of do some digging, kind of understand what's going on in the world. But as you noticed, the CENTCOM commander has targeted certain very key assets around. So we deployed bunker busters to their munition holdings facilities inside the mountains. We destroyed many of their C2 nodes and things like that. And then, of course, with the war in Ukraine and Russia and things like that, we've seen the prevent of drones becoming a larger factor. Now, many people say drones aren't really target acquisition. Should we proactive counterfires target drone sites and see two nodes of that? And I've had a big discussion with my boss, my brigade commander, and my S3 about how we should, if we war game this, we should attack these assets as well and put them as a higher priority. Now, I'm just a senior captain, and people think I don't know what I'm talking about, but putting on my bigger hat and kind of explaining things as my thought process, it makes sense. Drones can be one way attack, but they also can be used for target acquisition. So if you take out the drone command control centers, then they can't really hit us with long range fires and things like that, and kind of do ISR, so intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance type mission roles. Now, moving on to reactive counterfire. Now, reactive counterfire is mainly a division fight. It's not really up at the core level or core counterfire mission set. Now, when I say reactive, it's mainly the divisions are in their lanes, they're receiving indirect fire from enemy artillery, and so their artillery is going to quickly react and fire off cannons or rockets or missiles back at those units to destroy them quickly before they displace and move to a different area. So that's the beauty of it all. If you have any questions, feel free to chime in, comment, like, subscribe. Like I said, this is my first one, so you'll get to see me kind of chime in on different Army doctrines that interest me, or we could talk about something else entirely as well. It's up to you. Thank you.